Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Outspoken. We are back to celebrate our Pride episode. This is Pride Month, so we're gonna do a whole episode kind of talking about our experiences at Pride, what we think of Pride, some of the controversies of Pride. So we're gonna get into all of that today. We're a little later into the month now. We were a little...
Well, you know, she's prideful every day of the year.
Right.
But, you know, if they want to give us a month, I'll take it because, you know, let's be honest. We come from a generation where it wasn't, you know, not a lot of people, even family members, people you know, were able to just say, hey, I'm an ally, or hey, I support this, you know.
And now there's a month, and you have to put up with
I know some people are like a little indifferent with corporations because they feel like, oh, they just, you know, getting onto the trend.
Right. We'll get into that today. But first, how have you guys been? What have you been up to? How's everyone? How's life? You recently were back in Texas.
Yeah, I was home from Texas, so bitch.
Yes, it was good. It was my mom's 65th birthday.
Oh,
wait, what?
65th.
Hold on, man. I've seen your mom. I saw her last year.
Yeah, for Christmas.
Yeah, I met your mother. She does not give me 65.
Yeah.
Like, no, she obviously like
right.
She is a young, fresh modern 65.
15 years younger, I promise. Y'all.
There you go.
Good genes. That's good. That's good to know.
Yeah. So how was her birthday?
It was good. We went to a Brazilian steakhouse. It was me,
always.
And my brother and his family, and it was nice. It was really
were you getting any of the home fatigue at all, or were you were good? You were
No,
good. When I go home after a few days, it's great to see everyone. You love everyone, but then you start to get a little antsy for home. I mean, at least I do. Yes.
But
you were good.
Different. I don't know. Maybe because I'm getting older.
And not just that, it was probably a longer stretch.
Yeah, it was a longer trip.
You were home before that?
I was there for Thanksgiving.
Oh,
I was going twice a year. It's always Thanksgiving or Christmas.
That's good. That's good.
That's a lot.
Especially if you're from if you're coming from like a family.
If you're really close-knit,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it is a little difficult, but luckily with like FaceTime and technology,
it's hard. But it's exactly.
But,
it's texting is great. And ever since my mom learned how to text, and your aunt knows how to text now, grandma's working on it, so now everyone can stay in touch. But it's nice to get to go home. So I haven't been home to Texas in a while, but my family came from Texas to visit last week, so it was nice. I haven't seen them in a while. Like I complain sometimes because I've been in LA for like 15 years, and I can count on my hand the number of times friends or family from home have come, and I sometimes am vocally bitchy about it, so I think they're trying to make more of an effort. My mom's like, I'm gonna come every year. I'm like, okay, well.
First of all, it's not a bad place to be at that. Like, I guess I'll come.
I know, I'm like, I'm sorry I have to beg you to come to the beach in 80-degree weather, but
It went well.
But it was great, I had a lot of fun. My sister and her husband came, and they announced that they're pregnant. I don't know if they're telling everybody yet, but they had this little like scratch off lottery ticket thing, and they're like, oh here, I bought you a present. And you scratch it off, and you're gonna be an uncle, or we're expecting something. So it was really cute little surprise. I don't not emotional. I'm not yet.
Like,
not yet.
Oof, another one?
No,
Was this the first?
Yeah, it's really interesting because it is the first in our like family. Like my mom's gonna be a grandma for the first time. I will be an uncle now, you know. So it is interesting. It's early. Once I see it more,
I'm going through my shit. Okay.
Right. No, I'm excited. I think I make a very good uncle. I don't know how great of a hands-on father all of the time I would be, but I feel like I'm good with kids. Here and there.
Not now, but
maybe one day. Maybe one day. But yes.
But
I
everything about being an uncle, you can step out.
Yes.
Bitch.
Yeah, but cute.
You're crying.
Here's your gift. You love me. You're crying. Back to your mom.
Oh, diaper change.
Yes, but I'm super excited. Congratulations, Lauren and Chris. I'm very excited. I don't know if this will make the cut. I don't know who they're telling yet, but maybe it will. So congratulations. It was good and always great to see my mom. I love my mom. So
you need that. Like
a little bit of home, because I've been going through it this year, and little things like that. Home, a little bit of family. It helps. It helps put things into perspective a little bit.
Your mom is literally home.
Literally.
Yes.
So
take me back. That's awesome.
What about you?
This past week, all I did was work. Well, we threw a little Pride event.
We did, yes. Our own little Pride. We had LA WeHo Pride last weekend. I didn't go to the event, but Jeb had like a party that was really fun.
Yeah, Joe really wanted to do something, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been in a funk where I'm like, I don't know if I feel like it's a
social,
But luckily, Joe's that for me, and he was like,
gives you the push.
Yeah, let's do something. Just invite a few friends, have some like drinks and small bites, and it actually went really well, and I'm glad I did it because it just pulls me out of that little funk I was in. I'm just like, Bitch, be social. You love that. You forget it, but once you
We do it every time. And I'm the prime offender too. It's like, oh, I don't want to do that or go. Like I'm so tired. But every time you do, we always have
more fun than
right. Of course.
Bitch, I was fucking lit.
It was fun. I had a good time. I got to meet some of Joe's friends, and it's always good, like different groups of people kind of meeting, and especially like gay people that would have never normally met or known each other, and they have a connection, and it was fun. It was a good time.
So that went well, and it was nice because we didn't get to make the festival. It ended up being sold out, but that's fine. We still went out like for drinks at like Trunks, and bitch, I was there for an hour, did a little two-step. And
was it crowded this year?
Surprisingly not. I mean, there was a small line, bitch, like maybe 5 people ahead of us, which that is different for Trunks. They weren't charging because sometimes when you were with the group, they weren't.
Oh,
no.
Even though I feel like I don't mind paying because I feel like sometimes like that's just what it calls for. But you always have that one friend. $5. Let's go somewhere else. Yeah. And then they want to wait in line for an hour just so they can get it. I'm like, bitch.
For free.
I need a drink
now. Here's 5. Here's 10. Here's 20. Give me in.
The Trunks wasn't that busy, and we ended up finding a cute little spot like that was like cool and kind of like a patio. And bitch, I was just like,
Trunks is kind of like our little home bar. Like I don't know what it is about.
It's like
little.
It's the music.
Yeah, we go.
They have really, especially lately. The past couple of years have been really good with the music.
It's like we go, but you're not too deep in there.
Yeah, it's the outskirts of right. You're in it, but you're not in it. Yeah, so
and that was drinks. You can't beat.
Really strong drinks and fairly inexpensive.
Every time I take a sip, it's just like I feel like I'm taking a small
shot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do y'all think like each bar, like if boys are like, I love the Abbey, do you like think something about them, or they're like, or any of them?
I judge you based on your favorite bar. You go to that bar.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a study about that.
Oh God,
music is a big thing for me. I've got to be able to vibe.
I like Fiesta. If someone tells me that that's their bar, I'm like, okay.
Fiesta was my bar for like my entire 20s in LA. Like it was my home bar literally every night. Yeah. Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. Wednesday was karaoke.
Music too.
Friday or Thursday was beer pong. Like every night had something, and like too much.
No, we all have those.
Yep.
That one bar you were the, hey girl.
I knew every bar. I dated 3 bartenders. I dated 3 bartenders in the same bar, which was. Never date a bartender, period. But yes, not in the same bar.
She?
Bad.
West Hollywood.
West Hollywood bartender. Let me clarify. Let me clarify.
Now that you said that loud, I get that too, though.
Yes.
I understand.
Yeah. Yes.
You can have a friend as a hookup, though. Which I don't have a bartender.
Yes.
But I don't have a bartender.
I don't either. And that's the thing. Is like I used to have one at like every like every bar. Someone.
I'm a good tipper, so I can only imagine if you hooked me up, bitch. I need to find a bartender.
Yeah. We need to be more friendly or something.
I think it's just about saying, hey, what's up? Like so and so.
What's your name?
What's your name? Right? On a slower night.
And you just go up to them like, hey, just so you know, when I come out here, you're my bartender.
Yes, threaten them. That always works good. If you give them a little fear.
No, that doesn't work.
It's a good way for us to get banned from
These
drugs.
are a few things I felt like would be cute to have. A bartender friend.
Yes.
Someone who cuts hair. Which
I have. I got a stylist. I need it, but a stylist.
Like,
a masseuse, a lawyer friend, a doctor friend.
I just need to branch out.
That's right. Yeah, we need some friends in higher places. I don't know.
Like, friends, period.
Yeah.
I have like 2.
Well, we were talking about that earlier before we were filming, how like it's weird how you get a little bit older and obviously your friend circle shrinks a little bit and you have more or you have less people, but they're more important or they're more, like you share more with them and it's deeper, right?
I guess I'm thinking about like as far as keeping in contact because when you think about it, we do have a lot of friends who, if you picked up, like if you hit them up, they go, oh my god, hey, it's good to hear from you.
Right.
And I'm sure we have a lot of those. But I'm talking about like the people that I see regularly
or
talk to.
It's a few. I think we're all just so busy, and especially with like the headlines, just like fuck, what the fuck are we all going through?
Everyone's going through it.
Yeah, and that's why Pride is so important, so we can all come together and see a community that's like. Whether it's someone older than you, like, oh man, like they're doing well, I could be there. Or someone younger, like, man, like they get to have a better life than I did. It's nice.
Yes. Like we said, it is Pride Month. June all over the world is Pride Month, and it is actually the 50th anniversary of Pride. So it's the 50th anniversary of Stonewall, the 50th anniversary of Pride. Kind of exciting. I mean, like, I didn't realize it was the 50th anniversary until it was too late, and I was like, oh, I really want to get to New York, and just, I don't know, something about being at Stonewall on the 50th anniversary.
I didn't realize that until unfortunately, a little later as well.
World Pride,
Now
yeah.
that you
World
think
Pride,
about
yeah.
it,
That's why it's in New York,
It's
yeah.
going to be a big one. Wow. I'm not going to lie, part of it gave me a little anxiety because I'm like, is it too
It's a little.
much?
That's kind of what I think.
You know what I mean? Like, are
in
you
theory,
too crowded? Or is it,
like a world pride in New York
They do
City.
it all the time.
No,
You
I
know,
know,
like,
but like,
New York,
would it
like,
be overwhelming? I don't know.
What I mean? Like, yeah, you're in New York, but are you going to be able to experience New York? Is it going to be too crowded? Like, whether it's the bar or
Right, because New York is. I mean, it's a huge city, but it's not like it's a huge venue. You know, like a
But they
big
do
open
the,
space.
all those parades. They do the New Year's Eve ball dropping thing there.
I'm sure they work it out, yeah. But I'm sure it'll be exciting. We're not going. When is it? The second week of July? Something like that? Yeah.
No, the end of this month.
Okay.
The 9th, I believe.
Okay, so it's coming up, World Pride. If you guys are going, you will have to tell us about it. It's very exciting.
Enjoy
Very
it.
exciting. But yeah, I think it's great. 50th anniversary.
Did y'all learn that in school though?
No.
Like growing up?
no.
I mean, wouldn't
They
that-
do not teach-
Don't you feel like that would have helped us a little bit just to be like, oh wait, maybe I identify with these people that fought for this?
Did you learn about gay people?
No.
No, nobody. Of course not. I mean,
You know, so like to hear about this a little later in life, it's unfortunate because I feel like that event needs to be in every textbook, like
it should be.
from a young age, like 5th grade, like bitch, this is what
I mean,
happened.
our textbooks, I feel, don't even do a great job of conveying slavery and
that's
a
true.
lot of and the extremeness of that. You know, back in our day, they used to have indentured servants in
Right.
our textbooks
No,
and
call it
things
what
like
it
that.
is.
No,
Yeah,
they
it
were
was
kidnapped slaves
Yeah.
that were tortured because it's still, you know, the white patriarchy who writes these books.
Right.
But I think I've heard recently that there was a text or a school that was going to include gay history in their curriculum. I should have done some research, but we'll look that up. Maybe talk about it again. But
I
I feel like that would be. I mean, it should.
And it might have been in
what-
Cali. You know,
a
Cali
freaking
always
paragraph.
Yeah, but it's just a little bit like, oh wow, like that's important, and I might identify that, or someone I know might, and that's important.
Just to have read that little bit of history in your book.
These days, it looks like we're going backwards, so hopefully
It does well.
that's not the T.
Our wonderful president, my favorite person in the world, for Pride Month, decided that none of the government buildings would be allowed to wave the pride flag, even though they have in the past, and Obama did, the White House, you know.
I made a statement like this.
Oh no, they sent a letter and banned them from the government capitals and things like that. However, here in California, our wonderful governor, Gavin Newsom, said fuck that and flew the gay pride flag. So again, California being ahead of the curve. We are flying our flag in the
I'm going to White
Capitol.
House tomorrow with the big ass flag and just gonna go running toward it, bitch.
But
running toward that White House, bitch.
And then
Tackle
also,
me,
what's
bitch.
the other one for Pride Month? They're something else. They're taking away trans rights trans protections as far as have like in jobs and stuff, having protections for trans people. They're trying to take away the protections for trans people. And yeah,
And,
anyways.
you know, knowing the history of our trans sisters and brothers, this has been a thing they've always had difficult with, as far as getting jobs and so for it to just go backwards, it's really disheartening. And not just that, like, it's fucked up that our president is giving this message and literally people are dying.
Remember when he went on stage with the gay flag? And all of us were like,
Gays for Trump, y'all remember?
Yes, gays for Trump. You came for us because we were like really like vocally like,
Yeah,
you know.
y'all like, what the fuck are y'all thinking? Like, Trump is fucking taking away rights.
Literally left and right. We literally are going back between abortion, between gay rights, between trans
And
rights.
that's why Pride is so important. If you straight people can't understand it, this is why we need it. Because we're not being treated equally to this day. Period.
Right, but I mean,
and you were even telling me about this straight Pride.
Oh my god, Jeb.
Bitch.
One of my
And I feel like
latest.
that's every year they try to do this.
Well, my latest angry rants. You know, there's always pushback. We all, you know, every gay event, every gay pride, there's a few of the idiots with their signs and stuff. But for some reason, I feel like this year I'm hearing a lot more like vocal backlash from people. A lot of preachers and like angry white men who feel that they're just so disprivileged. Yes, so one such angry white man in Boston is starting it's happening, I think, with the city of Boston. They are going to have their own straight pride. He had a whole description of why they deserve a straight pride and why poor white straight people are the most disenfranchised people in the world, which is actually the exact opposite in this country, and you're delusional. But yes, they are having a straight pride, and you know, obviously a lot of people ripped him apart. Like, you know, it's the good that comes out of these ridiculous people. You see him and you see all the haters and the Trump supporters that are supporting him, but then you see 10 times more people against him and making fun of him online, and all the celebrities making fun of him online, and the politicians celebrations that kind of thing makes you feel good. When you see
that other people get it.
Right. They get it. And they are rallying, and their comebacks are much more clever, and their defenses are much more intelligent and thought out. So, it reminds you of where we are. But yeah, a straight pride. Are you guys, should we take a trip to Boston and try to go to straight pride in August?
And holler at some bitches?
I mean, like, straight pride is every day. What are you talking about? You get to walk through the streets always making out and holding hands and celebrating being a heterosexual person.
Right.
So
you just don't get it, man. And at the same token, it's like, do you even want to argue with someone like that? Clearly, they don't understand where we're coming from. Is that even worth the argument?
you can't.
No.
It's very.
It's
so ridiculous.
Yeah, if you want to throw a party, have your party.
Okay, yeah.
But don't try to tell me we're at an advantage because we have pride.
Yeah, that's right.
That'll
That's
never
what
be a thing. We'll never have that advantage.
I mean, it's the same.
Right.
They still say the same about like Black History Month. Why do they get a History Month? What about White History Month? They just don't understand the basic concept of them as people. You might have had struggles in your life, but none of them were caused by the color of your skin or your sexuality. That's what people don't understand. And
I think that
that's
people, deep down they do understand, but they want to be a bitch.
They want to. I'm sure a lot of them. I'm sure a lot of them do.
I think they do.
But bitch, you gotta understand, not all of them do though, and that's what's
And
like.
they genuinely believe that there should be, like deep down inside, they genuinely believe
Straight pride and a white college and a white history month because they don't educate themselves or they don't understand.
Some of them
I'm sure.
extreme. Some of them it might just be a comment like, "Oh, we don't have this."
Yeah.
And some of them will even go to more extreme where they'll like harm people because they feel like you don't even deserve to be here.
Right.
So the fact is,
I mean, that's
people who feel like they
when Black trans women who get killed and gay people who get killed, a lot of times it's meeting someone for a hookup or whatever, and those people have all this internalized bullshit, and they have to kill and stop and hurt that because
so scared,
right.
and they feel like that this is the last resort or whatever. Regardless, it's not right.
Do you guys have like a favorite Pride experience, or is there a Pride that you like really remember?
My first Pride, yeah.
Your first Pride. When was your first Pride?
Was in 2008. I was a freshman in college. It was actually my first time at a gay club too. It was a lot.
You were in heaven.
I was.
Your first gay Pride and gay ball all at once?
Yeah, all at once.
How old were you?
I was 18, yeah.
Okay.
So we went to the parade during the day, and then we went back to the club at night to go to S4.
S4? Was that your first gay club?
That was my first gay club.
That was my first gay club.
Yes.
Was that your first?
Yes.
That's so funny. We all have the exact same, not together because we all lived in Dallas and different, but that's really interesting. The first time I went to S4, I went with my friend who knew I was gay, but then I went with a girlfriend too who didn't know I was gay. So I was at this club trying to like live, but also like, and then this
one foot in the club.
Right. That was the very first, and then
We've all been there.
this girl, she knew. She's a theater girl. She dated like 100 gay guys. She had a little crush on me, but she knew.
Right.
But she was cock blocking. Like when I'm talking to guys, she's like, just so you know, he's not gay. So
bitch, get off.
bitch.
Well, did you not want to come out the closet?
Right.
I'm not gonna let you go to the
Basically, so then it forced me to like, I'm never going with her again, and here I am.
One thing I will say about that night that I remember, because school had just started. So at that time, I was 18. I had a boyfriend. He was my first boyfriend.
First boyfriend, first Pride, first gay bar.
Yes.
You were just going all in.
It was the first for everything.
You were like, I fucking waited 17 years for this shit.
Yes.
All
Get
in.
inside now.
Yes, or
Also,
get inside me now.
All of it.
I remember it was my first gay club, and so I have a very like Christian upbringing, and in church they teach you homosexuality is wrong, you're going to hell and all this stuff. So when I went to the club, like with my friends, I was very excited to be there, but I was like, these seem like nice people, they seem like really good people.
Too bad they're all going to hell.
Right.
You still had that mentality even though you weren't.
Yeah.
Right.
But I was like, I'm here tonight, let's have fun. That was my mentality.
But also, those are the seeds when you first start, like, you start like acting on the things and like there's something exciting about
it
that.
It is. And at that time, I didn't really know if I was going to graduate. Like, because I thought college was super, super hard. I didn't know if I'd be smart enough or disciplined enough.
Oh, don't say that.
I know, but that's what I thought back then. I really did think that.
And you're thinking this all while you're in the club.
Yeah, but and it's like, why am I here partying with these people? I'm going to be kicked out of college because my grades are going to drop. I'm here partying and
so much pressure on yourself.
Yeah,
You're 18.
But the thing I remember about that night, I remember my boyfriend, he said hi to this other guy. It was another black gay guy, and he had just graduated from UNT.
Oh, cool.
And he was like, congratulations on graduating. And then I saw him and I'm like, so it is possible you can be black and gay and graduate from college.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I didn't even know him, but I was like, well, that means I can graduate too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. That was my first Pride. I just remember, the only thing I remember about that night is we were dancing, and this time of year, Rihanna, Live Your Life by T.I. was like a huge song.
Oh, God.
I remember dancing
2008, 2009, Rihanna.
I remember this year, S4 bitch.
You were probably bumping booties.
Live Your Life.
That's so funny. My first Pride was, I was actually with my boyfriend at the time, and super excited, super
in Dallas?
Yeah, in Dallas, and you know, just nervous because I didn't know what to expect, you know, like there's this idea of like, oh my god, well, who's gonna be there?
Right. Am I gonna get raped by a drag queen with a dildo in the corner? Like, no.
Who's gonna tell
like,
us? I forgot about that.
Necessarily out yet,
totally.
you know?
Okay.
Yeah. You're out to a few, but not everyone.
Right,
you know?
right.
Whether it's colleagues or fucking someone from your class.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a little nervous, but I went with a group of friends. We just had a good time. I just remember just being like, okay, like now I feel like I do have a sense of community. Now it just feels like you're not alone. Even though you know that, but to see like thousands of people that are literally going through the same things you're going, or maybe whether it's extreme or not as extreme, just to be like, oh bitch, we're coming up in this world together and it's okay, bitch, because I see you, I see your tits too. And that's fine. But happy Pride Day.
Yes. Yeah. Community.
Yeah, it was fun. I had a good time, and I always remember. I still have pics from that day. Like, not that I'm holding on it because of that boy in particular, but it was something for me. It was like, I felt like the start to a journey was like, bitch, same situation. It's possible. You can live a good life.
Yeah.
Right. It makes you feel not so alone in the world and not so hopeless for your future. Because you're coming to terms with this taboo life and you're coming into adulthood at the same time, and it's like, what is my life going to be as a gay man living in Texas?
Exactly.
And, all of these things. And so, it's scary.
It was nice to see like people like older people, family.
Yes, older.
Yeah,
My favorite thing in the world is seeing
the family.
Well, yes, family, of course, but I was gonna say older people. Even in the bars. We've talked about this before too.
Same.
And there's still so much like hate sometimes at the older gay community. A lot of younger gays still roll their eyes and they're like, old man, and trying to get.
Why are they still going to the bar?
Right.
They're the reason you can go to the bar.
Exactly, and that is the other really important aspect of Pride, and something that I think does get lost in the shuffle sometimes. Of course, it's about drinking and love and getting off and all these things and partying. But, we have to remember how far we've come in the last 50 years and even longer than that, and the people that paved the way to make it so you can be out in high school and go to gay prom and, be out and proud vlogger at 17 as a gay man. You would not have gotten to do that if it wasn't for those people of color, the trans people, all of the people who started these riots and started the revolution and gave us what we have today. So that is really the most important aspect of Pride, the feeling of community, but also the fact that we and remember the people that came before us and gave us these opportunities. So remember that at Pride, when you're getting wasted and when you're at the bar and you're being shady to an older man sitting at the end, remember, he was doing this long before you, and you wouldn't have any of the opportunities you have if it weren't for him. So don't be a little dick this Pride season. Be nice, be friendly, spread the love, no hate.
I mean, it's a beautiful thing that we even have so many events, safe havens to be able to go to and just celebrate us and all we've gone through and all we still have to go through. And how was your Pride? Dallas?
No, actually, I've never been to Dallas Pride because I moved out of Dallas before I was 21, and so I didn't really get that immersed in the gay scene there. I had gone a little bit, but I never as much until later on in life, visiting and going back and stuff. But my first part was actually in LA. My first one wasn't actually anything that memorable or that, it was still, it was a cool experience, but I was in a relationship, I was only a young 20 or 21, and he wasn't a partier, go outer, or a social person, so I think we went to the parade, and it was watching her, so it wasn't, it wasn't as exciting. I didn't have friends, I wasn't immersed in it.
Time you have based on the company.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And then since then, I have had some of the most amazing prides of my life with, I had one of the best prides of my life ever in LA with friends, and we were just blackout all weekend. We were drinking. what are those blue, horrible...
Adios?
Yes, Adios. We were
Adios?
drinking Adios.
Adios days, girl.
Oh my god. But it was like an amazing Pride. I actually had a really good time at Long Beach Pride one time, actually. I don't know if you guys have ever done Long Beach.
I haven't been to Long Beach.
I came here.
Really? But I've only gone a couple times, but there was one that it was a great group of people, and we went on the beach afterward. Like, it was just moments that you remember.
I was like, I just moved here, and they're like, some new friends I met, they're like, come through. I did. Long Beach was super cute.
Right.
And I just said, like, I just moved here, so like, just to have like these LA
To
guys.
feel it, yeah.
They're like, hit me up. I was like,
Oh, I can make it in LA. Okay.
New me.
I'm LA cute. Well, as great as Pride is, and as unifying as it can be, there's also some controversy every time Pride comes around. For instance, that during Pride season, a lot of corporations tend to put rainbow banners and rainbow stickers and put rainbow flags in their windows, and some people think it's a great thing. It's celebrating us, it's giving us visibility, it's showing companies support us, and some people think they just want our money and they're queer baiting us. What do you guys think about how corporations are going all out every year, getting bigger and bigger? I feel.
They need to know we are equal in this sense. Corporation does want our money.
Yes,
They want all our
Everyone's
money.
money,
That's
yeah.
gonna always be a thing.
Right.
For me personally, I do appreciate a corporation standing and saying we are allies, because at the end of the day, no, they can get backlash from the other side. And if you think about it, only 10% of the supposedly population is gay, and maybe
It's
a few more allies as well. So there's that side that could really damage it. So I don't mind it. What do they want? Do the gays want like a flag flown all the time? No, it's Pride Month, and they're showing I'm standing
Celebration.
with y'all. I don't know.
Yeah. For me, it means more when a small business does it. Because I work out in Santa Monica, and some of these standalone restaurants or clothing stores, when they have the flag, it has a different meaning. Because when you walk in there, you're more accepted. You actually mean what you're saying, but when the bigger ones do it, it kind of
There is a level. There is a level
of
of pandering. I'm
glad you're doing it, but it's like
I feel both ways about it, because as someone who's been in corporate the work world and stuff, like
I was in the marketing side of it.
Yeah, so it's like I've seen both sides. I think overall any kind of gay visibility is a good thing. And like you said, companies that are taking the risk to be supportive of gay rights are going to lose a lot of business. Yeah. Every time there's backlash. When Target did the gender neutral toy aisles, how many I'm never shopping at Target again. Yeah. So I have mixed feelings about it. For instance, I used to work for Macy's at one point in time, and they love to, it's the Mother's Day sale, it's the Pride sale, they'll capitalize on anything because they're a thirsty business. Yeah. But in my personal experience with the company, I'd seen a lot of homophobic behavior. I'd seen a lot of racist behavior. I'd seen managers say horrible racist things. I've told it, so I've seen from the company how they actually interact. So for me, then when I see everyone celebrating, oh, look at Macy's big gay event, I'm thinking, yeah, okay, but they still allow managers that call black people this or say homophobic things this. So it's hard when I've worked someplace, especially, or when I've seen the behind the scenes of things.
Do you hold one or
a few people accountable?
Elected for the whole company,
right?
Thousands of people.
It's mixed feelings. I have mixed feelings about it, but overall, I think it is a good thing, because if you are like a 6-year-old boy and you're walking in Target and you see the rainbow, and you're gay, and you see the rainbow banner here and the rainbow Listerine, and yes, it's easy for us to look at it cynically, and yes, there is always going to be a part of they want our fucking money. That's what corporations do. That's what businesses do. They want our money. They're going to pander to you on every holiday, on every, the Christmas decorations are out in September. They capitalize on every holiday, every event. But with Pride, there is a level of not everyone accepts this. So for young gay people to kind of see things like that, when we, the idea of going to a Target or a Walmart when I was 8 or 9 and seeing rainbow banners and learning Pride, and that just didn't exist. That wasn't a thing. I think you gotta kind of take it by, case by case basis. Look at the companies, because I did a little research. I read this article this week. I wanted to pull it up for today, and it was following the trail of the gay corporations, and it was following some of the corporations who who donate and are all gay pride, and then they really look at their policies for gay and trans people, what donations they have made, and a lot of them were kind of showing like, okay, this company isn't so gay friendly, and they are more pandering. So there wasn't anyone that was super big that stood out, but there were ones that they found.
So given that rhetoric, spilling that rhetoric of like gays are horrible,
right?
Because I'm not gonna lie, every time I do see a flag, I do feel like a little safe,
right?
Like, it's a safe haven. I'm like, oh, like, and not just that, like, I would like to know who would like my gay money,
right?
Like, because there's some corporations
to be honest,
don't want to like even give you service because you're gay, like, okay, cute bitch, and don't put your little flag up either because I won't ever be there. So it is what it is.
True,
like,
and gays, not all of us, not us, but you know, like they have a reputation for having a little money, and they like to shop, and they like to decorate, and you know, and they will spend money, and they will buy quality things, and they'll invest in you. So it can be a good tool for those companies if they're more genuine with their reasons. I would much rather spend my money at some place who is telling the world that they support me, whether they really do all the way, but I'll take it.
They're catering every day, literally marketing to us every day. I go to my hometown, there's a farmersmeat.com. they're after the farmers' money too, babe.
Right. When you look at it like that, it's like every company are in business to be in business and sell and they will pander to every holiday, but when I was thinking about doing this and thinking about defending it, the one thing that was interesting to me that I kind of thought, which I wanted to ask you about,
what was that?
They don't really do that for Black history.
You know, I was gonna make a Facebook status, but I was like, Edwin, don't do it.
I was thinking about that.
Because it crossed my mind.
You don't see like companies all of a sudden. But I don't know how that would work.
But I thought the gays would get on me and be like, Edwin, you need to stop being ungrateful.
No. I was thinking about that because a lot of time they are different, and that's a topic for another day. But a lot of time you can equate a little bit of race struggle with gay. They're totally different. I know, but like just being disprivileged in a way, being looked upon. Anyways,
I wish they would do this for the month of February.
But they never do it. That's what I was thinking. Like Pride Month, it's a rainbow.
Maybe to a small degree, as far as like commercials and like showing.
Okay,
you're
right. Maybe
that aspect of it.
They use more Afrocentric actors in their commercials.
Even like maybe donating to organizations.
They don't come up with statements or anything.
That help maybe African American community.
But you're not necessarily seeing like
you're not
seeing those banners. You're not seeing a lot of Walmart supporting this Black charity or this Black organization. You know, a lot of people give to gay organizations at this time. You know, so. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. I wanted to see what you thought about that.
I was like, is he about to say what I think he's about to say?
Yeah. Because I was thinking about that. I was like, okay, corporations do that for everything. And then I was like, well, they don't do it for that.
They don't.
Really.
But I was like, don't, because I don't want them.
No, it's interesting. It's interesting.
Cinco de Mayo, what we had.
No, they do for that. At least
for a reason.
Well, at least bars, restaurants, they especially do.
One day they're like, come get fucking tacos and a fucking.
I mean, that is a day that is. It's amazing for how many people, white people in this country, hate brown people. They sure love celebrating Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, that is a good point. But
it's interesting. I thought about it anyway.
I noticed it, but I was like, don't start.
One person who has had a little bit of controversy this week and has been accused of being queer baiting and pandering, Miss Taylor Swift, released a new music video this week called You Need to Calm Down, which is sort of, it's a little bit political. Some of the lyrics are a little more political than what we usually see from Taylor Swift. And the video that accompanied it was pretty gay, very gay, kitschy. A lot of gay and queer artists and allies made appearances in it. A lot of people are not happy about it because they say Taylor Swift has never been a very open or vocal political person, especially during the 2016 election. She was very quiet at a time when it would have been very beneficial for such a big star to be vocal. So a lot of people now are questioning her motives because it came out at Gay Pride and it's a kind of a gay anthem and it's gay people. So what do you guys think about Taylor Swift? Is she pandering to the gays or is she finally just kind of using her voice?
She didn't have to do it, period. You know, she can still be silent and take that route. So I do like the fact that she is coming out and doing this music video. I understand where people are coming from when it's like, why now? She does have a big fan base and a lot of them are racist, a lot of them are homophobes, a lot of them are xenophobic.
She grew up as a country singer and a southern country artist.
I don't think she necessarily was ever against the gays or like Black Lives Matter, like all these other things. I just think it was about figuring it out. She was a young girl and I don't necessarily give all the hate. I understand it a little bit, but as far as do I think she's using the gays? No, because she doesn't need to. She's gonna have them regardless.
Okay, what do you think?
What gays does she have?
She's close with Todd Hall.
Oh yeah,
a
dancers,
fan base.
choreographer. Yeah, her fan base is gay guys and like tween girls. Like that's who love Taylor
She
Swift.
doesn't need fan base.
Right?
I know,
and the southern.
I know other singers who have more
or more vocally gay. I mean,
have a stronger gay fan base.
Well,
than
yeah.
her.
If you look at Madonna, you look at Gaga.
Well, even
you
younger,
look at
like Ariana. She has a bigger gay fan base than Taylor Swift.
But do you think Ariana necessarily is out there screaming gay rights?
Her brother.
Okay, just because her brother is a walking gay stereotype does not mean she actively supports gay rights.
I think she does. Even her music video, "Talk to Your Girlfriend" or whatever it's called.
I don't know.
There's a new Ariana Grande music video where she dates a girl.
I'm not shitting her. I'm just saying like we pick and choose.
You think about a lot of these A-listers are recently in the last 5 years.
Right.
So we're gonna
more and more artists are being more and more vocal about their political stances.
A lot of the females,
right?
A lot of the females, but the males are
like Lady Gaga, Janet, Madonna. You know who were like there from the
gay like Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga acknowledges her entire career is because of gay men, basically.
Yeah.
Like and she's always been a super supportive ally in our community. And there's a few other celebrities along the way, but like I don't know how I feel about the Taylor Swift thing.
Closeted men and women who aren't coming out in full support. Like so, I just feel like
look, what's that stupid ass? What's that dumb politician? Aaron Schock or whatever. That stupid Republican politician, but he's gay and he was making out at So you have gay politicians voting against gay rights. So you have a pop star supporting us. I don't think it's that serious.
We got a major platform,
right?
And this is like
recruited a lot of other A-list people to be in the video, and it's gotten the buzz. There is always going to be a level of pandering. It did come out at Pride. I understand that, but for me, Taylor Swift seems like someone who's always been fairly cool with the gays. Right. Like maybe she's not vocal about it. I don't know. Like you said,
there's that saying like whenever you're silent, you're agreeing with the press.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Look, my argument also to that, which this is gonna get some people mad, but my argument a little bit to the Taylor Swift thing is Beyonce, whom I love, whom the world loves, who we all love.
What are you about to say?
Has not always been black power, black pride, black woman. I'm not saying she's ever.
We did say earlier that they're not the same thing.
And number one, that's one. And number two is that Beyonce has never been gay pride, gay. I'm here to support the gays. Gays love Beyonce. Politically, she is. I feel like
talking having a gay backup dancer and like.
Right. I'm saying Beyonce has never, because she's also a Southern, raised in the church.
That one award from the
this year
campaign. No, like a few years ago. Right? Wasn't it last year she won? Her and Jay-Z.
This year, her and Jay-Z won. Which I love Beyonce.
But you're saying recently she's been vocal?
I feel like she's someone who took a while to be more political in her stances on things too, and I feel like that's something sometimes artists have to do before they can build the fan base and the superstardom, and they start standing on their own 2 feet.
Jay-Z's mom is gay.
Yeah, I do know that, but I've never.
Like he could still even like that could have been out before.
Have you ever heard Jay-Z talk about gay rights?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not trying to be like I'm sure that they are allies in their own way and stuff, but like I have never. Beyonce has never been performing at gay pride, saying gay rights, saying things that are not conservative. She's been very conservative and low-key and a pop star most of her career. The past few years, she found her voice, her black voice, and it's amazing, and it's a whole new era for her, and a whole new generation of young girls, and people are looking up to her for it. But Beyonce was never, her lyrics and her songs and music were fairly shallow up until the last few albums.
So back to that argument, do we hold these entertainers to be politically outspoken?
Right.
Or do we let them just entertain us? Because if you realize that can be a split right down the middle between your fan base on that political view.
And that's another point with Taylor Swift is even when she transitioned more from country music to pop music, you remember like it was like such a big deal. And her country, I think some of her country fans were burning her stuff and they were angry. Yeah. So she still has a very conservative Southern fan base. So for her to make this, maybe it is a little pandering, but just like the corporations, it's still making a pro-gay stance, and that is something that we can hold her accountable for now in the future if she doesn't put her money where her mouth is and keep fighting for our rights and stuff. Now she's vocal. Are you going to keep it going or just this month? So we will see.
Did y'all see Wanda Sykes special? Right off the bat, she's coming like, if you voted for Trump.
Oh yes, I did see that.
I saw clips of it.
Literally, like right off the bat, and that goes to show like that's where she's coming from. You know what I mean? And you do like look at these people differently once they do take that stance, especially if you're a gay man or come from the community. Be like, oh, you fucking didn't have to do that, and you did. And there's something powerful in that because you could literally lose half your business.
Most celebrities who come to our defense in any way, it's a good thing. I have more problem with Nick Jonas being a little pandering. You know, like last year, the year before, it was like talking about all these gay roles and being naked, and it was like gay. He went to Stonewall.
It was a lot.
He went to Stonewall to promote his new album. I'm like, why are you at a gay bar in New York promoting her album? Which Taylor Swift actually went to Stonewall too, which people were mad about. She's at Stonewall, but she came for the 50th anniversary, and she was with Jesse Tucker. But people were mad.
Now they do. Like,
exactly. But people were mad about that. So there's always going to be a level of pandering when it comes to making money and people and their business. But overall, I think it's more of a positive thing for our community than not. So I can't hate on them too much, but.
I was gonna say, in regards to Beyonce, keep in mind, so Beyonce.
I know, I'm telling you, I'm gonna get.
I thought I heard.
No.
I'm gonna get so many comments on people on here yelling at me for coming for Beyonce. I'm not coming for her. I love Beyonce.
I'm not a Beyonce.
I'm not saying she had to be vocal. I'm just saying.
Now we're never gonna.
No, I'm helping you.
I know.
Right. What I'm about to say. Okay. Yes. So, in regards to Beyonce, keep in mind, Beyonce, Britney Spears, and Pink. When we met them, they were all teenagers and like coming into their own.
Yes.
So there were other people in charge of what they had to say and sing.
Like so Taylor Swift also.
You're right. So they never really had a chance to talk about those things because their job was to sing.
I will decide more going forward. Like I said, we'll see how, she's being more vocal, more political. They're saying the whole song is kind of an anti-Trump song.
Right.
She's kind of letting people know that she is more of a liberal person, and we'll see if that continues into the election and everything else.
It's a case by case, like we always say.
Right.
You have to look at their circle. That's how you really can tell they're an ally and they support. And something tells me she's got several gay friends. And
I mean, Todrick Hall worships her alone.
Todrick has actually made a video about this explaining where people criticize him for acting white and
having white boyfriends. And I get look.
You didn't like that video?
No,
you don't like that he gets criticized.
Yeah, I feel like there's so many
I get it. Yeah.
There's billions of people. There's no way we.
But he has gotten. But again, he is someone who has gotten criticism for not being black enough, or not standing up for black rights, or not commenting on black stuff. But is that his responsibility?
I did it myself too.
Is it his responsibility to?
No, I think it is.
Okay. Because he fights.
It is your responsibility to talk.
Be a vocal.
Those subjects,
about black rights and the black struggle.
About political things.
I think a lot of it is the world is changing. The last couple of years have been really rough in our country politically, and it's really divided our nation, and it's made everyone have to really think about politics and where they stand on things. Because I know a lot of people who weren't interested and didn't think about things as much until all of this happened. This circus, the media circus, all of this has really made people have to kind of take a stand in a way. Like you almost have to in today's, because it's talked about every day, all day, the politics, the news, the lies. And so you have to, there's no way to avoid it if you're in the public eye. So we're getting to a point where people have to be political. And I think that we are seeing more people doing that too. So we can't criticize someone if they're speaking up now. It's that whole argument, can people change, and do we have to hold them accountable forever? They are speaking up now, doing their part. Let's see how it goes.
I believe people can change.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. And that's a whole episode too. That's the whole, can people really change, and do we forgive them? And it depends on what it is. But however we feel about Taylor Swift and the corporations, overall, I think we can all agree that Pride is a really important event for our community. And while there's always kinks to work out and we need to be more loving within our own community, more loving and supportive of our trans brothers and sisters, more loving and supportive of our older members, there's still a lot of issues, but overall we should look at Pride as a way to all come together and celebrate being who we are and being different. And at the end of the day, that should be the message of Pride. Love each other, celebrate yourselves, have a safe and happy Pride, and just remember how far we've come and everything that we have accomplished to get to where we are today and how lucky we are to celebrate Pride. Let us know your Pride stories in the comments below. Let us know what you think about Taylor Swift and the pandering corporations. Everything on Pride, let us know in the comments. We will see you next week with a brand new episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Happy Pride, guys. When you what?
I didn't delete it, did I?
I hope you didn't.
No, you didn't.
No,
I don't think
you
so.
would have saw.
Yeah, I don't. No, you didn't delete
I
it.
just happened
Did you
to look
press
at
the
it. I
trash?
just happened to look at the trash.
Hold
can.
on.
I think I just
Hold
looked at
on.
it. I looked at it. I don't think I
don't think
pressed
so.
it. just
I don't
got
think so.
Nervous about it. Please. Did
Yeah.
you see my girl Sandy?
Who?
That's a SpongeBob squared. I just thought Sandy.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
I didn't get it. I thought you did. I have never watched.
What does it have to do with Texas?
That won't make the edit.
Yeah, I have
She's
never-
from Texas.
Oh, is she
I
a
didn't know.
squirrel?
Yeah, that's
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I was never a SpongeBob person.
Sometimes
I
it's not, someone doesn't get a reference in the room, and that's fine. It doesn't mean it's not a good joke.
It could mean that. It could mean that. You gotta read your room.
And then
I'm sorry.
the weed
guys.
is here.
Sorry, I'll be
She's
back.
gotta go.
Sorry, guys.